We now determine the value of the investment, that is $1,000 after 4 years and 9 months, with the interest rate of 3.5%, and when it is compounded annually. So here we use the amount formula for compound interest calculation. That is, we write A, which represents the amount after T years, and this equals P times 1 plus R by N raised to the power of NT. So this A is the one which represents the amount after T years, P represents the investment, and R represents the interest rate in decimal, N represents the number of times the amount is compounded per unit of time. Basically, this represents a compounding frequency, and T represents the time in years. So first, we have to determine the rate of interest in decimal. So here the interest rate is given as 3.5%. So let's convert this to decimals. We do this by dividing this 3.5 by 100, and so this equals 0.035. This is the rate of interest in decimals. And let's also determine the n. N basically represents the compounding frequency, since it is compounded annually. That is, for every year it is compounded only one time. So we determine n equals 1. And let's also determine the time. This is already given in 4 years and 9 months. We should convert this to same units, that is 2 years. So let's convert this 9 months to years. So 9 months will be, or the T will be 4 years plus 9 months in terms of years will be 9 by 12 of the year. And so this equals 4 plus 9 by 12 is reduced to 3/4. 3/4 is in decimal is 0.75. So 4 plus 0.75 equals 4.75. So we have determined, or we have converted the given time in terms of years, which is 4.75 years. And we also note that the value of P is the investment amount, which is $1,000. So let's plug in the values of P, R, N, and T into the formula. So therefore, P equals 1,000. So I put 1,000 here, times 1 plus rate of interest R, that is 0.035, divided by N equals 1. So divide by 1, and then this one raised to the power of NT. We just move this here for some space. So raised to the power of NT, N equals 1, and T is 4.75. Let's simplify this so that we can determine A. And so A equals 1,000 times this one is basically 0.035. We add 1 to it, so it will be 1.035, and then raised to the power of 1 times 4.75 is 4.75. So now we use the calculator to determine the numerical value of this expression. So first we plug this 1.035, raise it to the power of 4.75, and then multiply with 1,000. And so when we do that, we approximately get 1,177.52, approximated to two decimal places. And this is the amount after 4 years and 9 months. And this is the value of the investment after 4 years 9 months.